Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Vikings are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Saints team that wants to keep the running game in check.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go! Good! Leopard!
Looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Play fake. Bridgewater. And got his man complete. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 87 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Let's go! Good!
play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Shift together here from the D-line. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They start the drive with Cook. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, Bridgewater. And caught right side, Green. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Oh, and now some space to operate. 30, 10, for touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Again, it's Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To throw, Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On second down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run the counter with Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On second down, Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a first down following that long gain. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kavari Russell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 74 yards. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. Trying to run it in with Line, the fullback. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Zach Line, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run it again with Kamara, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Get ready. Wait 90. Wait 90. 2-10.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 2-10. 2-10. Hey.
Now Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
third down, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Bridgewater now on second down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Defense showing blitz. Here's Bridgewater. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. First down, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor. Coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3, 9, 2.
They begin on the ground with Kamara across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Thomas, it's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 62 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. Now Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green.
2nd and goal to go now. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
17, guys. Force. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Tag. Force. What we got?
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming left is Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
Zach Line with it, the fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Powers through him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A toss to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.